I'm Zac Trout. I do graphic design and brand work for my company, Trout Media. Basically, a full service creative studio built out of freelancers and contractors. Ever since about 2 to 3 months into the program, I started seeing a ramp up in the amount of inquiries I was getting. Um, a lot of that came just from making connections and taking the plunge to start conversations. And so as that snowball developed, it has just continued to expand and continue and continue, pushing me right through what's typically a slow season. January is usually my slowest month of the year. It's turned out to be still my second biggest month I've ever done. Um, so I I am hoping and kind of looking ahead, seeing that that growth will continue. I've now got clients booked out as far as June through August. So I've never had that before. Yeah. I'd say you owe it to yourself to take the chance. Um, there's different finance to pay for the program. Hayden's willing to work with you to get it done, but ultimately, you're gonna win that value back tenfold, like easy in the first year. So just go for it. Um, Prior to joining the program, I had reservations just, if it was legitimate or not, and then if it would actually deliver the results that I was after. Um, Upon joining it, I gained a lot of value from the program itself, but I think the more important thing is I just gained confidence in my processes. And yeah, I forgot what your full question was. Before joining the program, I was just skeptical if these sorts of programs even work. Seems to be a lot of stuff going around on the internet, like, get your, six-figure income, just do these simple things, So there's just like a lot out there and you don't know if any of it works. But I think ultimately what drove me over the line was just seeing a lot of the other firsthand accounts from designers and creatives out there that had gone through this program, and they just seem real and authentic. Um, I think after going through the program, it's taught me that just constant self improvement and self investment is a really key thing to just have long term growth and success, both in your business life as well as personal life. So if I treat my business like I do my own personal growth, then it'll be healthy in the long run. I think some of the biggest things that I gained from the program, I would say first and foremost was confidence. Um, Confidence in the fact that knowing my processes, knowing kind of behind the scenes, like how my business works, enabled me to be more confident, speak better, know where I'm coming from when pitching to clients. And ultimately, that's driven uh, more wins, like more closed clients. So um, aside from that, just having a general strategy and game plan for how I put content out on social media. Um, I'm still working towards that. I haven't quite got over that hump yet, but I now at least know what I want to share whenever I get to that point, and start doing that more consistently. So I think just gaining the overall insight and kind of getting my head wrapped around like what audiences want to hear, um, and just kind of going from there. Um, I think before we worked together, I was at a really low spot in my business. And prior to that, maybe 3 or 4, 5 years prior to that, in a different place in life, my business was actually in a pretty good spot, but it was not, from a numbers place, from the health of the business and how it operated under the hood, it wasn't great. And so moving forward, I think the value that I've gained, um, a transition from where I was to where I'm going. Not only am I doing better business, like more revenue, but I'm more concrete and like the foundation of how my business runs. And I'm calling it a business. Like before that, I don't even think I used the term business. I was just like, I'm a freelancer. And so kind of changing my overall mindset of how I run things has been huge. So, yeah. I mean, Hayden kind of comes off as a douchebag, but he's actually a really nice guy at the end of the day. No. Um, Hayden's been really great to work with from day one. He knows how to have small talk and really connect on a personal level, but then immediately cut through that and get down to brass tacks and actually work on your business. And I think that's super valuable in a business coach, so that you are able to connect with them on a personal level, and that and in turn kind of enables you to soak in the things that they're saying on the business side of things. It's much easier to listen to someone that you know and like and trust.
Thank you, bro. That's amazing.